everyone, welcome back. We are here to answer some subscribers' questions. So I got an email this morning and they have two questions for me, and I gave them a quick answer in response in the email, but I told them that I would respond more in depth in a video so that others can also learn from these experiences. So to give some background, Trisha, I believe Trisha was her name. Yeah, Trisha writes. So this past August, I adopted 2 guinea pigs. I had wanted guinea pigs for years and did as much research as I could before adopting. I had researched well over a year, so I made sure to adopt and not buy, and had my CNC cage put together and bought supplies little by little, and then finally adopted 2. Kudos for you doing that. I am so proud of you. That makes me so happy. Anyway, they came from someone who had 8 guinea pigs in 1 cage. He was trying to find homes for all of them, and being a first-time owner, I knew 2 would be my limit. I am so proud that you know your limit. That is great. Trisha said, I had chosen an American female. He thought she was around 3 years old, but wasn't sure, and the little girl that had her before him named her Hamster Kitty. Okay, the names are not relevant to the question. Anyways, her now name is Winnie. The other one I chose was a neutered male, which is a skinny pig. He's 2 years old. I named him Piglet. Very cute names. They have never fought or anything like that, but there also has been no love lost between them. They basically tolerate each other. They remind me of an old married couple that stay in their separate rooms. They will eat together when I give them veggies, but other than that, they don't hang out. The female Winnie is more dominant, and she is also more social to us than Piglet. The guy said he never handled them, which is crazy, and they still don't like to be handled. So I normally keep them in their cuddle sacks when I do take them out. I'm terrified when doing health checks, and they will jump out of my hands. So I do it on the floor, which is a safe place to do it if needed. They scream and try to get away, so I can't do a very good job because I don't want to terrify them. So her questions are, what do you think about their relationship? That they aren't too friendly with each other and just tolerate each other? Could that lead to a fight down the road? And the second question is, I really need some tips on how to handle them better when doing wellness checks, because it's almost impossible besides when they're in a cuddle sack, but that is not very convenient except when I do lap time. It's like every time they start trusting me and then I take them out for nail trims, they go back being scared because it's not a good experience for them, and it's a vicious cycle. So to answer question number 1, in my experience, I'd like to say at least 80% of the time, guinea pigs they live together in a cage, especially when it comes to females. I have a herd of 8 girls, and they are friends. They are not lovers. They are not necessarily going to constantly be attached to each other and inseparable. They can get along. They can group together and eat together, but they don't necessarily cuddle each other, and that is perfectly okay. It does not mean that there's going to be a fight break out. Minor chasing, minor nipping, nose punching, those are all normal dominant behaviors. One of them may rumble, strut. It's perfectly normal. And as far as how to handle a skittish guinea pig, so I did do a video before on how to properly pick up a guinea pig, but I will go get Mateo and show you an example of how I would do a health check with him, because he is one of my skittish guinea pigs out of the 2 boys. So normally I would pause it at this point, but because I want you to see me going to pick him up, hopefully you'll see that and not my butt. You little turd, you don't eat green peppers anymore? Here, baby. So, he's getting better and better each time picking him up, but he's still not 100% there. So, I've been getting him used to just being picked up, just to start. Usually I will do it over his cage area for about like 20 to 30 seconds at a time, and I do it a couple of times a day. And this gets him used to being just held and touched, but you want to make sure you're supporting them. So he specifically prefers being held lengthwise. He does not like being held like a baby like that. He'll tolerate that for like a couple of seconds. So I usually will bring him out to pet him. If I am doing nail trims, I will usually have like a soft bath mat or something softer down here. But I usually just kind of bend them over and I do what I need to do. I don't have my nail trimmers handy. Otherwise I'd just show you. But sometimes I'll put him in this position just to get him used to it. And I'll just kind of touch his paws. Even if I'm not actually nail trimming, I'll touch his paws just so he's used to it. Older boys need to have their pocket cleaned. You're just sticky. Why is it sticky? So I always try to keep what I need in arm's reach. In this case, I'm going to use a baby wipe. He normally does not need his pocket actually cleaned, but I still get him used to checking that just to be on the safe side. And this is where he starts to get a little fussy. Yuck. So I will give him a break, and usually I will have a treat ready on hand in case he wants to munch on it. But Mateo is not comfortable enough munching on snacks just yet, so I try not to have him out for too long at a time, but I do give him breaks in between. You're a good boy. Now, with skinny pigs, it's a little bit more complex because skinny pigs don't have any fur, so their skin is going to be a lot more sensitive to temperature, to heat. Come here, boy. Yeah, okay, I'm going to go put him back. Skinny pigs, because they don't have fur, their skin is going to be more sensitive. So if your hands are cold, they're going to feel it a lot stronger. You want to make sure your hands are not too cold. You want to make sure your hands don't smell of food, things like that. But I will actually see you upstairs, and I'm going to show you how I do a health check on my skinny pigs. Alright, we are back, and we've got one of my squirmy McGees. This is Winter. She's my skinny pig, and she's got a sister. Now, picking them up is the same way as picking up a furry piggy. You want to make sure they're completely supported, and as you can see, she is squirming as much as she can.
their skin is usually sensitive, so you want to make sure that your hands are warm, right? Now, I just got out of the shower, so I know my hands are not cold. But doing a health check is no different than a furry potato. You want to have something cushioned on the spot you are working on. And you're just going to kind of feel their skin. Make sure there's no abnormal lumps or bumps. Now, you'll notice that she keeps kind of jerking every time I touch her. It's because she's very sensitive right there. What is all that? Is that dry poop on you? We're going to get a baby wipe. So we're back with a baby wipe. So I'm just going to kind of like tip her there. And whatever it is coming off, so it's good. Now, of course, as you can see, she doesn't like it because the baby wipe is a little on the cold side. But there we go, all cleaned up. So when they get really squirmy, you want to just set them down and kind of give them a break. Best of all, have a treat for them to have. I'm a bad example for that because my girls and my boys are used to me working on them without having a treat right away. But to get them to this point, I had to have a treat in front of them all the time. Usually it was a big carrot because it was easier to have around. But I'm hoping this answers your question. And if you have any other questions, comment down below and we will see you again next time. Bye!